power, deception, survival. In 1513, Niccolò Machiavelli wrote a book that shattered illusions and exposed the raw mechanics of leadership, The Prince. This was no idealistic vision, it was a ruthless manual for rulers on how to win, hold, and wield authority, even if it meant bending morality itself. Centuries later, it still stands as one of the most controversial and provocative guides to power ever written. The post excitingly explores Chapter 2. Hereditary Monarchies, highlighting its key features and comparing its advantages and disadvantages to democracy. Some of you may question why a spiritual media portal would publish a book summary on political philosophy and leadership. Our goal is straightforward: grasping political philosophy is essential for understanding and obtaining power. Competent and wise leaders must gain power, otherwise, unaware and ignorant individuals may rise to power and inflict significant harm on the world. Overview of the last post. Niccolò Machiavelli writes, "In my letter to Lorenzo de' Medici, I offer my most prized possession, a book distilled from my extensive knowledge of history and notable individuals. This work, though modest, provides insights gained through years of experience, presented without embellishment but with a focus on substance. I address the governance of princes, understanding that one must view the world from both a princely and common perspective to truly grasp its nature. Accept this gift with the intent it is given, and may it guide you to your destined greatness." Chapter 1 explores the two primary forms of governance, republics and monarchies. Republics are governed by elected representatives, while monarchies can be hereditary or new. Hereditary monarchies, like those in Britain or Japan, are steeped in tradition and national identity. New monarchies, such as Francesco Sforza's rise in Milan, emerge through conquest or strategic expansion. These new rulers face the challenge of integrating diverse territories, balancing authority with respect for local customs. Effective governance requires balancing centralized and decentralized power. Conquests, whether through military might or strategic alliances, shape the political landscape. The success of these endeavors often depends on a blend of fortune and meticulous planning. The dichotomy of republics and monarchies defines governance, with each form influencing the cultural and social dynamics of their regions. Understanding political philosophy is crucial for wise leadership, as competent leaders must gain power to prevent harm from uninformed individuals who may rise to power. Chapter 2: Hereditary Monarchies. Niccolò Machiavelli writes, "I won't be considering republics since I've written about them at length elsewhere. Instead, I'll concentrate on monarchies, taking the situations mentioned above and discussing how each kind of state can best be governed and held." 1. The stability of hereditary monarchies. To begin with, I will note that hereditary monarchies, where the populace has a long-standing familiarity and acceptance of the ruling family, are far easier to maintain than newly established ones. In these systems, the legitimacy of the monarch is often deeply rooted in tradition and history. The people have grown accustomed to the lineage of rulers, which creates a sense of continuity and stability. This familiarity provides a solid foundation upon which the monarch can build their reign. A key aspect of governing a hereditary monarchy effectively is the monarch's ability to respect and maintain the established order set forth by their predecessors. This means that a ruler must be acutely aware of the policies and practices that have been successful in the past. By carefully avoiding actions that would disrupt this established order, a monarch can foster loyalty and support among the populace. 2. Adapting to circumstances. In times of trouble or unrest, a wise monarch will also understand the necessity of adapting policies to align with current circumstances. This adaptability is crucial in maintaining the support of the subjects, as it demonstrates a ruler's responsiveness to the needs and concerns of the people. A ruler who can navigate challenges with agility, while still honoring the traditions of the monarchy, is likely to retain power. Assuming the monarch possesses at least average governing ability, it is likely that they will be able to hold on to their kingdom for life. The nature of hereditary rule often means that the populace is more forgiving of a ruler's shortcomings, especially if they perceive that the monarch is making an effort to serve their interests. The social contract between the ruler and the ruled tends to be less about individual merit and more about the continuity of better standards of living, developmental projects, and security. This is highly pertinent in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There is a mutual understanding between the Saud dynasty and the Saudi people. The emir is responsible for the well-being of the subjects, and in return, the subjects consent to be governed by the emir. The advantages of a hereditary monarchy include policy stability, policy synchronicity, and policy predictability. 3. The challenge of usurpation. Only extraordinary and overwhelming force will be able to take the crown from a hereditary monarch. Even in the face of an aggressive takeover, history has shown that these rulers often manage to reclaim their thrones once the occupying power encounters difficulties. This phenomenon can be attributed to the deep-seated loyalty that many subjects feel towards their traditional monarchs. An illustrative example of this situation in Italy can be found in the Duchy of Ferrara. The ruling family of Ferrara had established a strong dynastic presence, and their long-standing reign provided a sense of identity and pride for their subjects. Despite various challenges, including external threats and internal dissent, the legitimacy of the ruling family allowed them to maintain control over the duchy for an extended period. When faced with usurpation, they were able to rally support and ultimately restore their rule, highlighting the resilience of hereditary monarchies in the face of adversity. In 1484 and 1510, the duchy was temporarily conquered by foreign powers, first by the Venetians and later by Pope Julius. However, these defeats were unrelated to the presence of a well-established ruling family in the territory. A ruler who inherits power has less incentive to disturb his subjects compared to a new ruler, and as a result, he is generally more favored. If he avoids actions that would make him unpopular, it is reasonable to assume his people will wish him well. When a dynasty endures across generations, memories and motives for change fade. In contrast, upheaval often leaves the groundwork for further transformation. A major drawback of democracy is that people frequently distrust their elected officials. All politicians are corrupt. This can lead to anti-incumbency and, occasionally, even an uprising or coup d'état. Political instability is one of the biggest drawbacks to nations' progress. In conclusion, hereditary monarchies, when managed with a respect for tradition and an ability to adapt to changing circumstances, can be remarkably stable and enduring forms of governance. The bond between the ruling family and the populace creates a unique dynamic that can withstand significant challenges, making these monarchies a compelling subject for further exploration in the context of state governance. In the coming part, we deeply delve into Chapter 3, Mixed Monarchies. Which type of governance do you like? A. Monarchy. B. Republic. Let us know in the comments. Tell us what you feel about the video in the comments. If you like the video, please give it a like and please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon to never miss the upcoming episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.